Mr. Rivas also has a felony. That case was dismissed today, so we just have our misdemeanors now.
What am I supposed to do, Mr. Rivas? Over and over and over. I ordered you not to use any.
This hearing kicks off with one of the judge's recurring headaches: defendants who treat bond conditions like casual suggestions. Today's chaos features repeated violations, ankle monitors being sliced like cheap plastic bracelets, timelines that don't add up, and a judge who sounds about 2 missed tests away from losing the last of his patients. Stick around, because you're about to watch excuses collide with cold courtroom reality. And trust me, there are moments here that leave you wondering if anyone has looked at a calendar in their entire life.
Andrew Williams. But I'm sure you know what he's going to say. He said he was trying to explain to you that the marijuana was in his system from when he was arrested on January 22nd.
Yeah. Judge, the only test we have is from the 18th.
What day? You mean today?
No, the 18th. February 18th.
Okay, that's.
I just took a test last week. That was my first test.
You've been on bond in this case since September. Since September, you've known not to use any illegal substances. It's now February. What possible excuse could there be?
There is no
Here's the
excuse,
first real
Judge,
crack
given
in the
that.
story. The judge is basically begging for even one
3 open
believable
cases with us.
explanation,
I mean,
and the defense
I've
response
continually
is
told you not to
nothing.
use.
Notice how the
I
defendant
think one of
keeps
those
shifting
cases
timelines.
was possession of
January
marijuana. He
22nd,
said that's
then
the day
February
that he
18th,
used, the day
then
that
2
he
days
was arrested
ago,
for
then
possession
3
of
weeks
marijuana.
ago.
September
Anyone
28th.
watching at home already knows. When your dates change every 30
Sorry.
seconds, the judge
Goes
will
with you.
assume you're inventing them on the
I
fly.
don't know what to tell you,
And
Mr.
that
Rivas.
ankle
You're not
monitor,
getting it.
you don't accidentally cut
I'm
one of
telling you,
those
no
off like
using.
a loose shoelace. What do you
Can you give
think?
me another
Honest
test? My
mistake
first
or
test.
creative
This
storytelling?
Friday I have a college for UTI, which I paid $200 for. I can show you proof. I have an email of UTI. I've been trying to change. I told the door upstairs too. I haven't smoked since I got out. I'm an ankle monitor. I haven't smoked since I got put in this ankle monitor, Judge. You can
When you get that ankle monitor,
took me on the day I got released from jail.
Whenever he checked in for the drug test on the 18th, he did state to us that it.
you cut the ankle monitor on the 18th? So you tell me you stopped smoking 2 days ago?
No.
Sorry, that's when he told us he had consumed marijuana in about 2 to 3 weeks from the 18th. And then the ankle.
So 2 to 3 weeks ago, you're telling me he says he stopped?
No, I stopped since I got out of jail.
January 22nd, Judge.
That's the day I stopped.
That's what he
I
said.
enrolled in college now, which I paid $200.
That was the last arrest because these cases were
If
different.
it's January 22nd, it's been 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks and 3 days, 4 days.
Just, but I know I can change. I've been trying to better myself since I got put in this ankle monitor. I've been in jail. I don't want to be.
Yes, it's from January 27th or January 28th.
January, what day exactly?
They entered it on the 28th, but I don't believe he got it until sorry, they entered it on the 27th. I don't believe he got it.
What was the absolute last day?
The day I got arrested for the aggravated for this charge, this case that I got dismissed, I was parked in the car. That's when it happened. That's the last time I
That's
smoked.
December 19th, I see as the date of arrest. Or are you telling me the time you stopped was the time they put the ankle monitor on you?
So
Tell me, Mr. Clay.
the December 19th is when that felony was filed. He wasn't arrested on that felony until January 22nd. And he's
Okay.
saying that's the last time he smoked. When he got out on bond for that case was January 27th. He was given an ankle monitor as part of the
Yes, he was
felony
given an
release.
ankle monitor in the jail on the 27th.
And I haven't smoked ever since. I'm trying to change.
All right, then I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Then I'm going to calculate it from the 27th.
The judge just did something rare. He gave the defendant a generous recalculation window. That's basically the judicial version of, I'm giving you a rope try not to hang yourself with it. But notice the warning, 45 days, retest, 0 tolerance. When a judge says, if you're lying to me, it won't go well, that's not flavor text, that's a promise. This is the moment where the defendant could turn things around, or absolutely tank his future. Would you bet on him staying clean after this?
Do not hang around with people who are using, because I don't give a rat's behind if you tell me you're in a car and everybody else is hotboxing it. I don't care. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you're really working this hard to better your life, which is really commendable, right?
I just got a job. Now I just enrolled into UTI, which I had proof my Gmail, which is this Friday. I have a touring class and then I have in tour in the.
Then don't muck it up by hanging with the wrong people. I bet all the cases that you have now. You speak Spanish?
Yes, sir.
Dime con quién andas, yo te digo quién eres. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, Felicia, we know what it is. Okay? All right, Mr.
Thank you,
Clegg.
Judge.
All right, man. Make me proud. I'm not asking for much.
I'm trying
Don't
to change
use, but don't put yourself into a position when you're hanging around with bad folk.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Thank you.
You were on bond for theft,
Yes, sir.
and now you've picked up another. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
On February 17th, 2025, an officer was sitting in a Walmart parking lot and observed a male wearing a black jacket, red shirt, and brown pants running at a full sprint from the front of the store with what appeared to be a large box holding near his waist and trying to conceal with a jacket. The officer shouted to the male to stop running approximately 60 feet away. The defendant stopped, made eye contact with the officer, and entered the passenger side of a motor vehicle. The officer shouted for both occupants to stop, at which time the motor vehicle sped off, exiting the parking lot. The officer was advised by another officer that he was behind the motor vehicle at a Valero gas station parking lot. The defendant was detained and recognized as the same person observed to run away from the store. The complainant, a loss prevention associate, provided video showing the defendant walking past all points of sales with a speaker, total value $289, and the defendant was later ID'd by his Texas driver's license.
He's on bond for a prior assault.
For
Was it-
prior theft, yes. Judge.
Right. Was that at the Walmart? And did we order him not to go to a Walmart?
That prior theft was from a Home Depot, Judge.
I can't continue to give you PR bonds, Mr. Mary.
Yes, sir.
You continue to pick up cases. What am I supposed to?
I'm picking up.
Stop.
Yes.
I'm not asking you to talk. I'm just telling you, I'm not going to continue to give you PR bonds. You're going to stay with me. You picked up a bond while you're on bond. I told you not to pick up any more cases. You've now picked up another case.
Nobody told me anything. The first time was,
Stop. I'm revoking your bond. I'm putting you in jail now. I'm going to appoint your lawyer and we'll talk and we'll figure out where to go from here. But this is the third PR bond now. No, sir.
isn't that three?
It's 3.
It's not me though. I only have
This
two.
is not a negotiation right now.
Two.
I will appoint your lawyer. I want you to talk to someone and then we'll figure out where
Yes,
we're
sir.
going from
Yes, sir.
here.
And
We're approaching with Mr. John Mary. We have a plea that should be before the bench.
Oh, on both.
Yes, sir.
Did you just get appointed today?
I did.
Did you want time to look to see about any discovery or anything?
Well, I've spoken with Mr. Mary, and I've gone through the offense report, at least what's here in the Dems. One of the theft cases is for $103. The other one is like $289. And he is under the impression that, that taking a plea on this case would be more beneficial for him because he can't afford to pay 2 $5,000 bonds.
Mr. Mary, all I want are my streets to be safe. That's all I want. We gave you a PR bond on your first case. You took off. You didn't come back. We gave you another PR bond. And this time, on the new PR bond, you picked up another case.
that's true.
The point I'm trying to make is
Okay.
I don't want people to plead guilty just to get out. That's not what I
Yes,
want.
sir.
What I want is no more issues. That's what I want. So I don't want him to plead guilty just to get out. And I feel that that's happening here. So if I give you a third chance, how do I know you're not going to pick up yet another case? Mr. Mary, we have resources here. All you have to do is ask. If you want food, if you want clothes, if you want something to, eat, if you need a place to sleep, if you want a job, we have resources for you. All you have to do is ask. But this is a problem because this,
Yeah, I know.
with this right here, pick up another one, you're now looking at a felony charge.
Your Honor, may I? On that first case, it looks as if those were work tools that he was appropriating. On the second.
Let's not talk. Look, I don't want you to plead guilty just to get out. That's not the way that, but I'm going to tell you now that I don't like to play games. If I give you another PR bond, and look me now, because if I find that you pick up another case or you don't show up to court, we will have issues. And I'm telling you, I will not do it. This just to plead guilty to get out. It's not going to happen. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I will give you another chance. I don't want you to go to any more Home Depots. I don't want you to go to any more, it was what, Walmart, right?
Let me double check your honor.
No Walmart. Do you understand? Any of them. No Home Depots. And I will have you speak to counsel now so that whatever you need, we can try to get for you.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand? But this is not a good way to just, it's setting you up to fail. And that's not what we do. Do you understand, Mr. Mary? Okay. I'm going to grant you a PR bond on both cases, but we need to find out where we're going to go next because I don't want any more issues. You must appear in court every single time, and I want you to stay in contact with counsel. He's going to give you his cell or a number to him. There's no excuse why you can't get in touch with him. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Really, I'm not asking much. Just don't pick up any new cases and stay in contact with counsel. That's all I'm asking you to do. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
This is not the right way. All right. So if you don't mind speaking to him real quick to see what we can work out for any kind of resources you may need.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Eric Tome.
Custody or on bond?
He's on bond in ICE custody.
He's in ICE custody?
Yes, he's battling it out over there in ICE custody.
Are you 100% sure?
Yes, so here's the update. I've been giving you updates on this gentleman every 2 weeks. So last time he had an attorney. He was denied an immigration bond, but he was given, they started talking about asylum. So he's getting an asylum application that's pending or about to be submitted. He's going to have court on March 19th.
Okay.
So we should have word from immigration on March 19th.
Okay, but you've been able to verify he's actually still in ICE custody?
Yeah,
Okay.
look him up again.
I mean,
right
I'm
now.
okay with the reset then.
Yeah, okay, so after that date. Okay, perfect, thank you. Yeah, he's in ICE custody, he's got a hearing date and everything. All right. Hey, this is Mr.
Good morning, Mr. Jackson.
Good morning, sir.
Jackson, your lawyer's asking for me to set you a bond. I don't know. The only thing I know is that you're wanted out of another jurisdiction. I don't even know for what. I don't know if I'm going to set you a bond, but two things are very clear that I need to know. Number one, if we set you a bond, are you going to go back? And number two, if we set you a bond, are you going to be a danger to our city? Because that's my primary concern. I want to keep my streets as safe as I can.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I know that you're going to tell me it's lollipops and gumdrops and rainbows and this and that, but I have to get you in a very short, I have to get to know you in a very short amount of time. And the way I get to know you is how you look on paper, because that tells me really who you are. With that, let us know about Mr. Jackson.
He's wanted out of Greenfield County, Colorado for failure to appear for burglary. The bond over there is $50,000. This was a case this was issued out of 2023, October.
So has he been on bond?
No.
Did he know that it was out there? Is it a to be?
The failure to appear.
Oh, failure to appear. So he knows that this has been open for the last 2 years.
Yes, Judge. State's opposed to a bond as well. Of course, as the court knows, he has an evading with a motor vehicle out of the 209.
No. What?
Yes.
He has an open evading as well in a motor vehicle.
Yes, he's got a case pending here in Harris County as well. Invading, that's right.
What are the criminal history? If any?
His other recent one was from 2022. He had a theft, which was a state jail. He was given, I believe, a deferred and it was revoked in 2023.
Wait a second. So you're telling me that that case has been open, it's been in a warrant status since 2023, and he was able to get on a felony probation in 24 here while that case is open over there?
Looks like it.
The case that I caught.
Yeah, so that one was filed in 2022 and then they revoked it in
Okay.
2023. October.
The reason why I got the warrant is because they took me in custody.
Something doesn't add up.
But I made it to all my courts. I never missed a court date before this.
Okay. In Colorado is what you're talking about?
Yes, sir.
Okay, understood.
You got
Judge, so there was some back and forth on when he got taken into custody for the last case. He's saying that he didn't miss a court date because he was in custody at that point. And so there's a lot of back and forth. The situation I'm talking to him about is, hey, judge is going to say you've had this case pending since this time. He has a plan in place to go to Colorado. What's different is that he now has a daughter that is 2 years old. So he's trying to do right by her, and so that puts more responsibility on him. He does have the evading case, but he would like to see if he could get a bond here because the trouble he's getting is people aren't allowing him to post the other bond because of this fugitive case. And so it's kind of which one comes first, and we're hoping you could give him.
The is that case has been open. Are you telling me it's been in warrant status for 2 years, Amy?
Yeah, the Colorado case is from 2023.
He's known about this thing. It's been open for 2 years, yet he's never done anything to go back to try to rectify the situation now because he's arrested. Now he's all ready to go.
Well, the difference is now he's got his daughter, and and so he's growing up fast.
Jackson, I can't trust you to do the right thing. You've had 2 years.
Yeah, no. At first, I ain't have no money to go out there.
That's a good point you mentioned before. Yeah. He is also mentioning to me his finances, what his finances were back then. He was 19 at that age. His finances are a little better now. He's got the support of his wife, I believe, or his girlfriend.
My girlfriend.
I don't.
Girlfriend.
And also, Harris County been putting me in and out of jail since I've been incarcerated in Harris County since then. So I really ain't have no chance to go out there. I only been inside the world for like a month and a half, almost 2 months.
Okay. Judge, we're not asking for a PR bond. We're just asking for a bond enough to ensure for him to go out there and turn himself in. He still needs to make the bond. And so this would at least put something in place where he can make this bond and make the other bond. And if that doesn't happen, if he can't do that other bond, we're approaching, we'll pull.
Here's the thing, Mr. Jackson, I appreciate the argument that you guys are making. I truly do. But the fact remains is that case has been open for 2 years. And to say that money has become an issue, I just don't, I don't believe it. And the thing is that you've had a long time to be able to do the right thing, to go take care of that. And yet, in between that time, you're still picking up criminal cases here, and it's still, nothing's happening. I feel if I were to give you a bond, I don't think that you would go back. I just don't want you to pick up another case. I don't want more harm to come. I'm sorry, man. I'm not going to do it.
Would you reconsider if he does make the other bond first?
No. But the point is that you've had 2 years to get and do the right thing. And no matter how much time that you've come.
If it's about the bond, go ahead. If it's about the bond, don't talk about this case in specific, but go ahead.
they had,
Stop conjecture.
okay, Judge, during them 2 years, I ain't gonna lie, I've been incarcerated 2 times. The first time, I would have never missed court, but they took me in a day before my court date. That's the whole reason of me having a warrant. And when they took me in, that's what slowed me down on a lot. I had my daughter, my mother got cancer right now. I ain't gonna lie, like, like, I don't know, like, I just.
It's always the right time to do what is right. You know
Yes,
who
sir.
said that?
Yes, sir.
Right. You know, you've had 2 years to get it done right. You've
Not-
not been incarcerated
had-
fully for 2 years. You know, now all of a sudden,
Out of them
because you're in
2 years, sir,
custody,
I only had 6 months out of 2 years, sir.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Yes, sir.
I got to understand that at some point,
Yes, sir.
we cannot just continue to, no, it's time now to face it. I can't just continue to let you out and trust that you're going to do the right thing. You've had that opportunity over and over and over. And yet, after 2 years, you still haven't had the wherewithal to get it done. Why is that going to change now? I don't think it will. You know what I mean? Actions speak louder than words. And I hope that you remember this in the future so that if you do have something else elsewhere, take care of it, because that warrant will always be there forever and a day until you take care of it. You know what I mean? Okay.
All right, thanks, Judge.
Up to the bar, Mr. White. Okay. Is he on docket today or no?
This case is on docket, yes, Judge.
I see.
And he's got another case, another open case,
Whoa. Whoa.
and that's an assault family member. This one is a terroristic threat, his current case.
He's on bond for an assault and he just picked up a terroristic threat.
Yes, Judge.
You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine on your new terroristic threat of a family or a household member. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On February 18th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, the officer was dispatched to a family disturbance. The officer met with the complainant, who stated that the defendant had been threatening her. The complainant stated that she and the defendant had been arguing all day, and that the defendant stated he would stab her and throw her down the stairs. The defendant stated he would shoot her, and then the defendant showed the complainant a large hunting knife, and that's when the complainant advised that she feared for her life.
Who is the complaining witness in this case? Same as in his open assault?
No, Your Honor, they're a different complainant.
Mr. White, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case on the new terroristic threat. I asked you one thing, sir. I asked you not to become a danger to my community and not to pick up a new case. You now have. I will now revoke your bond in the assault case. It goes with you. 5001, the assault, please. I am now issuing another protective order on this person. You know, is there a protective order that's open in the first assault? No? Because if so, we could be looking at a violation of protective. I'm issuing a protective order that identifies Farah as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. Mr. White, let me be clear with you now. I will do everything in my power to protect my community at all costs. You pick up a third case, I'm going to go absolutely bonkers. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You are not to smoke, use any kind of illegal substances, consume alcohol. I'm going to test you, and I'm going to put a GPS monitor on your ankle prior to release, please, so I know where you are at all times. And I don't want you anywhere near any of these complaining witnesses at any time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay? Because if you, we need to assign him up.
Yesterday, young Mr. Yale Serato could not get to court. His mom's car broke down. I approached, he raised his bond to 5,000 and notified the family and told us. And he insisted that he was coming down today. So he is here today, Judge. We have a 1-year defer worked out with the with the.
Come up, Mr. Serrato. Man, he couldn't even get to court. How's this dude gonna work a probation then?
His mom is behind him. He's got it's 16 hours of community service, which he knows he can get to do. He has 2 online classes and he has to write some letters of apology. He knows that this is his chance to keep this off his record. I've talked to his mom. They are behind him. They're going to help him do this, Judge.
You
Give him a chance, sir. He can do it. Right, Gail?
Yes.
we have at least 3 times you couldn't make it to court. Just to even come to court. How on earth are you going to be able to make a probation? You couldn't even come to court.
Well, for some of them, it wasn't entirely my fault. For one of them, I came to court, but mostly when I'm anxious, I get sick, and I had like a huge headache, and I ended up getting food diarrhea because of it, so I couldn't come. So I had food poisoning for maybe 3 weeks. I couldn't control that, so I'm sorry about that. For yesterday, my mom paid the insurance, and it's expensive, so we didn't have any money until today because my dad got paid today. So we couldn't even get family members either because they live far away. So if they came here, I would have probably came here around like 10 or
So
11.
you have all these issues now. You realize you get on this probation. There's no excuse why you can't go to probation. There's no excuse why you can't do your community service. There's no excuse why you can't do your classes. If you don't, you're looking at an entire year in jail. This is not a joke. So you either do it the right way or you end up in jail for up to a year. But, in life, you have to act a certain way. Certain way we do things, right? You're expected to behave in a certain way. And when you don't, there are serious consequences. I had given you multiple chances to try to get here. I worked with John to try to get you here. And this last time was the 3rd time that either the car broke down or, that was the last 3 excuses where the car broke down. That's why, to me, that's unbelievable. And I'm not going to accept that my car broke down for a failure for you to complete your community service on time. Do you understand, Mr. Serrato?
Yes, sir.
This is a very big deal right now because I want you to understand.
This kid is on thin ice. The judge isn't just irritated, he's genuinely worried that this young defendant is about to sabotage his entire adult future over missed court dates and flimsy excuses. Notice how the judge breaks down the consequences. Jobs, background checks, liability concerns. This isn't a lecture. It's a roadmap to avoid a wrecked life, and the condition about staying in school until graduation. That's the judge forcing structure where chaos keeps creeping in. Smart move, or too soft. Depends on whether you think the kid will finally step up.
They don't want that kind of liability. John has worked out an agreement where it's a probation, where if you do a couple things, you don't end up with a conviction on your record. But this is not a joke to where, I can't make it to community service because my car broke down. I'm not going to entertain that excuse. Do you understand that?
Yes, Judge.
Can we hold the probation here, or is it too difficult to do that? It's too hard. It's okay. Did you graduate from high school?
Not yet, sir.
He's at Eisenhower right now, Judge. He's still going to school. We have to get
Are
him a
you
pass.
actively enrolled in school
Yes, sir.
now?
Yes.
Okay. I want proof that you're actively enrolled, and I want, what are we now? What, February? So there's still school. I want a week to bring proof that you're enrolled in full-time in school. That is a part of your condition as well, that you graduate from high school.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
understand?
Yes, sir.
You're not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. If I find that you're smoking weed, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in. You're looking at up to a year in jail, but I'm not going to let you go. At a minimum, until you graduate from high school. You will be with me until you graduate from high school. Do you understand?
Yes, Judge.
Are you a junior or a senior?
A junior.
Wonderful. You will be with me for the next until you graduate, because that is now a condition as well. An effective decision-making class, a 2-hour anger management class, no drugs, no alcohol, 16 hours of community service. As long as you're enrolled in high school, then I will waive the community service. There's no need for you as long as you're in school and studying and doing well. Failing does not equate to being enrolled in school. Failing does not count. At least a C average. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
An apology letter to the complaining witness in this case. If you violate this probation, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. We will have a hearing to determine whether you violated the probation. I can either extend you or keep you in custody. I want you to know that this is not a joke. Do you understand?
Sir.
There is also an affirmative finding of family violence, meaning that you ever pick up another one of these cases again, you will be looking at a 3rd-degree felony, 2 to 10 in the penitentiary. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this as well. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. You know what the consequence is if you violate this probation. Everything must be done on time. You have a certain amount of time to get things done. If you don't, you are in violation of this probation. If you pick up a new case, you're in violation of this probation. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's have him drug tested in 2 weeks, please. And then I guess let's do both. So in 2 weeks, do confirmation of enrollment and a drug test. How do you plead to the offense, Mr. Serrato? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm not going to find you guilty. It would probably be best for you to make this thing work out because you could really lose big if you don't. It's not about the money. It's never about the money. I don't care about the money. I'm going to waive every fee that I can on you. It's never about the money. I don't give a rat's behind about it. I just want you to do what you say you're going to do, and I don't want you to smoke marijuana. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Mr. Gunny, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow, so you were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. It's actually a DWI second that's being reduced to a first. So that's 2 DWIs on your record. What happens on the next one? Nope.
Fine.
Think again.
Prison.
Right. Do you have any clue what they would do to you in prison? I've read stuff it'll turn you white. It's so bad. I read that had me in freaking tears because it's so bad. That's how bad it is. Really. There's some parts of the prison, they're so bad that jailers won't even go into it because it's so bad. That's how bad it is. And all you need is just to have the faintest smell of alcohol, because when you get pulled over next time, because it's going to happen, officers, all they look at is your record. And if they see your record and they smell even the faintest smell, you understand. If I were you, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, I would never get into a car. You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, it can never changes. Do you understand? For you to complete this successfully, it is 1 year in Harris County Jail to be probated for 18 months. You must do a repeat offender DWI education class. 2 victim impact panels. You will also do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. Substance abuse treatment. No drugs. Alcohol, guardian interlock, 25 hours of community service, and a $100 donation to the Houston Area Women's Center. Is this how you understand the agreement?
Yes.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this probation and once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. Do you understand? There is also a no breath test refusal clause as well, meaning that if you're pulled over in a car, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it. If you don't, you're in violation of this probation. Do you understand? There is a supervisory fee that you will be required to pay with regard to this. And if you don't pay it, you will sit 1 day in jail for every $100 you owe. Because it's a 0.15 or above, it is a $4,500 surcharge that you're going to be required to pay. And if you don't pay it, you'll be sitting in jail for a long time. Do you understand? All right, sir, I'm going to follow the agreement, send you to it. Good luck to you.
Your Honor, with the court commissioner waiving his fees, he's lost his job. His mom was the one that was paying.
I don't know that for sure. All I know, it's a DWI second. I mean, we warned him. So, I mean, I'm going to give you enough time to pay. Okay. We will give you 2 years to pay. You know, it's never about the money as far as probation is concerned, though. You know, if you ever have problems, come back, we can talk to you. But you must get a job. I don't know, you know. I mean, I can have you fill out an affidavit. We'll see what your financial situation is, but I want you to pay the fee. I want you to learn so you don't pick up another one. I have someone that's sitting in there right now. Same thing. They're sitting out $6,000 something dollars, you know. It's not a joke. Take it seriously. Do you understand? All right. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Merritt, you were charged with criminal trespass.
Yeah, no, I didn't know. I didn't know what they did. I went down there to where I go to the medical Casa de Amigos, and I got there early.
Hold on. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to remain silent.
Yeah.
Exercise that
Okay,
right.
okay.
Because I don't want you to say something that's going to hurt your case.
Yes,
Okay? All I know is that your bond is at $5,002 because you've missed court a couple times. But we're glad that you're here now. You need a hearing aid, man. I don't know how much louder I can talk.
I can't hardly hear it all.
We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you.
Okay.
Would you like me to appoint you a lawyer? You need one. Is that okay?
I didn't know if you break the law.
Well, let's see. Please.
Yes, Judge.
Speak loud.
Yes, Judge. On January 13th, 2025, at 814 Crosby Street, the Boys and Girls Club, the complainant stated he has asked the defendant to leave 10 times in the past, and officers have warned the defendant to leave the property in the past as well.
This hearing was a full spectrum of courtroom reality, compassion, frustration, second chances, revoked bonds, and hard lessons delivered without Across these cases, the judge balanced public safety with rehabilitation, repeatedly offering resources, structure, and outs but drawing clear lines when defendants ignored warnings or piled new cases onto old ones. These rulings carry big implications. Follow the court's orders, communicate with counsel, and break the cycle before the cycle breaks you. If you found these moments as intense and revealing as we did, make sure to hit that like button. Drop a comment with your thoughts on these cases. And don't forget to subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns. Your support helps us keep bringing you the most dramatic and insightful legal commentary online.
Never told me nothing. The only reason I go there is for medical help.
Okay. You're going to have to find a new place.
Somebody lying right there.
Okay? Perhaps like LBJ Hospital or something of this nature. I will give you a lawyer today.
I'll stay away from me, believe me. I don't need any kind of trouble.
Please. I'm going to have to reset your case to give you time to work it out with your lawyer.
Okay.
Okay? I'm gonna need you to come back at least one more time so you guys can talk about it.
Okay, sure.
Okay? So if you just want to take a seat, I'll have you speak to a lawyer here momentarily.
Sure.
Okay?
Come up to where?
I'll have a lawyer talk to you.
Sure.
Okay, please.
I'll get my own lawyer pass.
Let me give you one.
Yes, sir.